Hey everybody, it's me, Trader Max. Today is August 24th, 2024, and it is 11:49 at night. Do you know where your Trader Max is? Well, I'm here about to do a coin intro to Frank. Let's get started. All right, we're back here. Now, I just spent Twitter Space for about, I don't know, a couple of hours talking to all different types of people, including some of the people in Frank. And I met them the other night. We sort of started talking a little bit in Twitter Space. And, I said I was going to get a chance to have a look at their coin and what they're doing. I hear what they're doing in their on their website. I looked at their Twitter account. I went into Telegram. It's actually a really cool little opportunity here to kind of start looking around. We've been in trying to do meetups. There's some raids going on. There's a heavy amount of things happening. This is good. I'm always about trying to help the community as we get in. But before I do, I want to kind of have a look around. I want to look at the coin. I want to look at the process. I'm on a 4-hour chart right now. If I drop down to 15. Now, the first thing I do when I came to the chart, let me go back to this for a minute, is that I created, see, this is a trend value that's heading up after a small little push out, right? Now, we try to find the tops and the bottoms. Let's just use a trend line here again. I'm going to hold shift. We're going to pop down and turn this to blue because this is going to be our top or a bottom level here. We're going to turn that to blue. And now I want to find some relative tops. Let me shrink down just a little bit. I think I found one. It's about that level right there, 22.22. That's good. So I'm going to come over here. We're going to find the tops here of this solution right about there, right? Because the one is a deviation over. We're going to find that position right about there. And then we're going to see about, where's that top right there? Good. These are all different support and resistance levels that we're going to be working with. Very powerful. When you get the line straight, hold shift. There we go. So now we got a couple things happening here. We're going to come up to right about here, looking at 117 to 245. It's about, 130,000 market cap process here. This line right here now can actually be referenced as the mean. And so we're going to pop that right about there. If you notice that that's right in the middle. I like my means to be orange because my means are mean, right? So in this position, we came up, we came past the mean, dropped down past, we found the trend, we set trend, okay? Lower high, set trend. Okay, this is all price action trading mentality, right? TA stuff. Since they have a nice organic mentality, you don't see a lot of forced giant wicks, right? This is natural, beautiful natural needs come in, buy-ins from, you don't see these big battles of reduction. So this is a good trend value heading up over a period of, I would say, right about here is when they done it. So what is that? The 16th of August all the way up to today. So 9 days. This is 9 days worth of movement in market, right? So very powerful. I'm going to drop down to 15-minute chart. You're going to see a little squeeze here as we sort of kind of put it in, but same kind of mentality. Look, adhering to these, pushed in, pushed through, found the trend value all the way over to there. Good stuff, good stuff. So what do we expect? Well, we expect, see this little trend line or this resistance line that's here, I expect it to do the following, right? We expect it to come down, bounce off of this, come back up, maybe be up in this area. Now, if it rejects again, all this is going to do, right, if I go back over that 4-hour chart, I'm going to go back and get a bigger view of it, right? I know this gets a little sloppy sometimes, and I apologize. Let's go back to there, just like that. We're going to come back to here. So what we want to find is an interjection, right? Where's that interjection come in? So as it comes in here, where's it physically going to come up if it bounces? Is there any descending triangles? No, this is a channel. Now, this is what we refer to as a bearish flag, right? Or I'm sorry, a bullish flag. And in the bullish flag, it usually has a post, right? And you start the post up here and you go all the way. I can always make it longer. It always goes down to the bottom, right? So all the way to there. And what we do is that we look at the distance of this flag right here, right, of the post itself, right? There's a little technique. We look at that post, 43%, right? And so what this can do is that sometimes this is meaning that there's going to be a trend reversal at this level, but you have to have some contention somewhere. So where does that contention start? Well, it can start all the way up at the top here and find the trend value to come around, and this could be the injection point here, right? So this process of movement, I come in and I make that nice and straight, is right there, right? So it came in, hits the top, comes back down, hits the top again. If it pierces through and comes down, if it pierces through this bottom trend line and comes down, this means that it's now a reversal. But if it's a continuance, what will it do? If it's a continuant, what it's going to do is just like this line is right now. Let me go ahead and kill that one right there. If it's a continuance, if it's going to bounce off, it's going to have enough pressure, because this is a nice little pressure, right? This is a nice little pressure here in this triangulation here, and it'll push through. If it does, I'm going to draw this letter for the future, right? Boom, up here. It should end right around up in here. This is about the 29th, right? So this is 5 days worth of period. We want to see it following this line, inject past this, right? I wish I had some more time with you. Here, we're going to go from here to here. This is probably the more accurate. If we shoot down to 15 minutes, okay? So as it comes up, we want it to inject past here. Once it does, this is a safe buy for continue on up into that 300. I'd say almost 250. Okay, because what are we sitting at right now? 194. Come back up and re-inject into 250. As it's hitting this line right here, right now, this is where I'm about to take the bite of Frank at this point, right? Because this is the trend line coming in. This is the gamble, right? I really want to take it up here when it happens and it establishes, but how much would I miss if I did? This is where the gamble comes in, right? I would miss 11% increase from that point. So where would I take this? I know that if it comes down right around here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little bugger right there. I'm going to do this, right? I'm going to make this that because I want to, where I want to take my profit, if I was just going to trade, I'm going to want to take my profit up here, right? In the next day or so. I want to get out of the trade. I'm not going to do so automatically, but I want a 1 to 3. So this is about a third, right? So what I want to get this to, look, if I slide this down, you see, I want to take it down to right about here. 1 to 3, right there, somewhere in there, right? So if it comes down, pushes through, this might bounce it off and keep it vibrating in here, but I would get out if it got down lower, right? So I wouldn't lose much, right? But what I can win is 3 times the amount up to that point, right? So I'm going to take about 31%. So I'm going to go buy in right now. Okay, put my money where my mouth is. Now this has turned from a coin intro to a coin read and a purchase and a call. I'm calling it here at this level because we're at this point of pull in. If it gets down, we're going to create this possibly get out if it bounces through and pushes through this 174. But if you're buying in right now, this is the call of, I'm going to pull a call sheet. I'm going to copy the image. I'm going to run over to my Twitter. I'm going to go into my profile. I'm going to put the call on the system here. I'm going to pull the post up and we're going to do that. I'll fill off all the rest of it in a second, but this right, okay. Pew. There it is. Get it in. All right, so I bought in. There it is. We're with Frank now. I'm going to go into the room. All right, for the rest of you, thank you so much. I'm Trader Max. This is CryptoRonins.com. We'll see you next time, and as always, trade well.